हेलो एवरीवन। तो हमने एक सीरीज स्टार्ट किया था जिसमें हम लोग हाईली एग्जामिनेशन के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे। और इस सीरीज़ का 3 सेट ऑलरेडी मैंने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया है और आपको यूट्यूब पे आप उसको देख सकते हो अपनी प्रिपरेशन के लिए। और ये है प्रैक्टिस सेट 4 जिसमें हम लोग ग्रेविटेशन के बारे में टोटली डिस्कस करेंगे। ग्रेविटेशन का ये एक ही चैप्टर है बच्चों, जिसमें हम लोग एक ही वीडियो बना रहे हैं, इसका ज़्यादा वीडियो नहीं आएगा। और एक ही वीडियो में हम कोशिश करेंगे कि पूरा ग्रेविटेशन का जो कंप्लीट चैप्टर है इसको कवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे, क्योंकि ग्रेविटेशन का आधा आ रहा है। तो ये वीडियो मैंने पूरा नहीं लिया है और इसमें कुछ ही क्वेश्चंस हैं जो मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों की एग्ज़ाम के लिए बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। these are few most expected questions for your happily examination. So I want you to go through all the questions and read the question carefully, try to answer by yourself. If you unable to do so, then go for the solution part. Okay, so question number 1: which force is responsible for the stability of our universe? You all know Newton explained in his theory that universal law of gravitation, that the universe all the substances in the universe are stable because of the gravitational force. Because of gravitational force. And what is the nature of the gravitational force? It is always attractive. And again the gravitational force acts between the टू मासेस। ठीक है, तो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स के बारे में इतना चीज़ें आप इसको याद रखोगे। अब आते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के ऊपर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4: which force is required to maintain a body in uniform circular motion? Always remember, for a uniform circular motion, a force which is required for the uniform circular motion is centripetal force. It is called centripetal force, which is a center seeking force. Its direction is always towards the center. Okay, this is called centripetal force. And अब इसके बारे में ज़्यादा नहीं है, आप एक चीज़ याद रखेंगे, जो स्पीड होता है एक ऑब्जेक्ट का सर्कुलर मोशन में, ये होता है 2πr डिवाइडेड बाय टी। ठीक है, ये सर्कुलर मोशन के बारे में इतना चीज़ें। नेक्स्ट आते हैं नेक्स्ट थर्ड क्वेश्चन पे। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3: what is gravity? There is a very small difference between gravity and gravitational force. Gravity is the force of attraction between two objects having comparatively a greater mass than other object. Here the gravitational force is between two objects having mass of a distinguishable separation, you can say. So here the mass of the greater object is very greater than the smaller object. Okay, like if you compare earth to an apple, the force of gravity, the gravitational force between earth and the apple is called gravity. So when we define gravity, we have to compare two objects of comparative mass, like one object is having very high mass and the other object is having very less mass. Okay, so this is what we call gravity. And what is gravitational force? The force of attraction between two masses, any two masses, that is called gravitational force. But gravity is a little bit different as compared to gravitational force. Okay, coming to the next question: how is weight of an object related to its mass? So remember, the weight of an object is equal to mg, mass into acceleration due to gravity. What is g here? G is the acceleration due to gravity, and for earth it is 9.8, or you can write 10 meter per second square. Okay, and the value of g varies from planet to planet, and for earth it is 10, for moon it is 10 by 6 meter per second square. So there is a difference between mass and weight. Okay, mass is a fundamental quantity which remains constant everywhere, but weight varies from planet to planet, places to places. Mass is a scalar quantity, weight is a vector quantity. So there are so many difference. Okay, so weight, the SI unit of weight is Newton, whereas the mass is kg. Okay, these are the few differences you need to remember. And remember that weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Next question. Mass of a boy on the surface of earth is 40 kg, then the mass of the object is moon. सो बच्चे क्या करते हैं बच्चों, अभी तो सर आपने बताया था वेट होता है W इज इक्वल टू एम जी, तो हम लोग कर लेंगे W इज इक्वल टू एम जी और G का वैल्यू 10 ले लेंगे, और मून में जो होता है तो mg/6 कर देंगे। तो बच्चे हड़बड़ी में इतना गलत कर देते हैं, ये कंप्लीटली गलत होगा बच्चे। आप क्वेश्चन को पढ़ो, क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहा है कि मास of the boy on the earth is 40 kg. The mass on the earth is 40 kg. So the mass on the surface of moon also it will be 40 kg, because mass never change. Mass of an object doesn't change anywhere. It remain constant everywhere. Okay. So the mass on the surface of moon also it is 40 kg. Okay. Next question. Read the questions carefully. Okay. What is the effect of shape of earth on the value of G? So the value of G is where m is the mass of planet. Okay, so remember that the capital M is the mass of the planet and small g is the acceleration due to gravity. Capital G is the universal gravitational constant, which value is 6.67 into 10 to the minus 11 Newton meter square per second square. Okay, so what is the difference in the value of G due to the shape of earth? You all know the shape of earth is not completely circular, it is elliptical. Okay, so here you can see it is the polar region and it is the equatorial line. So here you can observe that the G is inversely proportional to the radius. If the radius is smaller, R will be greater. If R is greater, the G will be smaller. So the radius of the earth at the polar region is comparatively smaller than the equatorial line. So G at the pole, here the radius is smaller, then acceleration due to will be greater than the G at equator. Okay, so the value of G at the polar region has the maximum value and G as the equatorial line has the minimum value. Okay, next question. Why do we feel uneasy when a ferry wheel moves downward? Okay, तो बच्चों why do we feel uneasy when ferry wheels moves downward? So ferry wheels means the giant wheel. In the धनु यात्रा you might have seen the giant wheel. तो वहाँ पे क्यों uneasy फील होता है जब वो डाउनवर्ड आता है? तो यहाँ पे एक्चुअली क्या होता है बच्चों, ड्यूरिंग द फ्री फॉल द वेट, जो वेट होता है देयर इज ए स्मॉल डेरिवेशन, यहाँ पे वेट ज़ीरो हो जाता है। ठीक है, इसको कहा जाता है वेटलेसनेस। इसके लिए एक छोटा सा डेरिवेशन है, टेंशन का एक्ट आ जाता है। तो अभी डेरिवेशन आपके सिलेबस में इतना नहीं है, इसीलिए मैं आगे नहीं ले रहा हूँ। तो वेट ज़ीरो होता है तो हमारा वेट ज़ीरो जैसे फील होता है, हम फ्रीली नीचे गिर रहे होते हैं, इसके वजह से हमें थोड़ा सा अनईजी फील होता है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। डिराइव द फॉर्मूला ऑफ यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन। व्हाट इज द यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन? Newton said that every object in the universe, every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses, let two objects m1 and m2 separated by a distance of r. So Newton said that the gravitational force between two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of their distance. Now we can write that F is proportional to m1 m2 divided by r square. So F is equal to, let us take a constant G, m1 m2 divided by r square. So this is a formula for your universal law of gravitation. Okay, and what is G, capital G here? It is the universal gravitational constant. Its value was calculated by a scientist called Cavendish. ओके, जिसका वैल्यू है 6.67 × 10⁻11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The acceleration of a freely falling body doesn't depend on the mass of the body. Prove this. So we all know from Newton's universal law of gravitation that F is equal to G. Let us consider an object of mass small m falling on the surface of earth having mass capital M. So we know that the force between the object and the earth is small m into capital M divided by r square. And from the formula of weight we know W is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So if we equate these two equations, we can get that G is equal to, if we equate these two equations, m and m will be cancelled, so G capital M by r square. So as the small m is cancelled from the both the side, we can see the acceleration of the freely falling body doesn't depend upon the mass of the body, it depends on the mass of the planet. Okay, so first write the formula, this formula, then this formula, then equate these two equations, cancel small m, then you will get the value of G is equal to small g will capital G into mass of the planet into a divided by the square of their distance. Okay, next question. Establish the relation between G and capital G. So remember, small g is equal to capital G into m divided by r square. जो पिछला क्वेश्चन था यहाँ पे हमने डिराइव किया था. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So that the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of moon is about 1/6 of the surface of the earth. ओके बच्चों, तो हमें क्या पता है कि जो एक्सीलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी ये कितना होता है. तो हमें पता है एक कैलकुलेटेड वैल्यू ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है कि वेट ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ मून डिवाइडेड बाय वेट ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ इज इक्वल टू 1/6. लेट अस कंसिडर एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ मास m. So here I can write that mass into acceleration due to gravity on this, we know that W is equal to mg. So from this formula, m into g into on the surface of earth, which is equal to 1/6. So from cancel, here you can see that the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of moon divided by acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth is equal to 1/6. Okay, next question. What is centripetal force? Define it with an example. Okay, centripetal force is the force which is responsible for the circular motion of an object. So whenever an object moving in a circular path of radius r, then the centripetal force is equal to half m v square divided by r. Okay, so this is the formula you need to remember, but centripetal force is a, okay, let me write it. The centripetal force is a center seeking force. Centripetal force is responsible for the circular motion. Define it with an example. You can say the gravitational force of earth is provide the required centripetal force the circular motion of the earth. So suppose sun is here and all the planets are moving around it in a circular orbit. So the gravitational force of the sun provide the centripetal force for the circular motion of the earth. Okay, next question. With what force will body of mass 1 kg get attracted towards the earth? We all know W is equal to mg. So mass is 1, so multiplied with 9.8, which is equal to 9.8 Newton. Okay, So this is the force of attraction applied by the earth on the object of mass 1 kg. Next question. Calculate the value of small g acceleration due to gravity. So the value of small g can be calculated. Okay, so the value of small g can be calculated by using a formula, that is small g is equal to g into m by r square. So I'm giving this to you bachcho. The mass of the earth is given, so take the value of g, and radius of earth also given, so g into mass of the earth divided by square of their distance, and calculate. You will get the value of 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, it's up to you. Please calculate and find the answer. ओके, दिस आर द मोस्ट प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चंस बच्चों. यहाँ पे जितने भी क्वेश्चंस मैंने लिए हैं ये एग्जाम के नज़रिए से बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप हर एक क्वेश्चन को एक एक करके प्रैक्टिस करें और इसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करें. ठीक है बच्चों, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. ओके, which will change the shape, size and speed of motion of an object. Which will change the shape, size and speed of an object. Okay, which will change the shape, size and speed of an object. It is the force. Force can change the shape, size and speed and motion of an object. It's a very simple question, I guess. Next question. What is gravitational fields? This is a very interesting question. I guess we have not discussed this topic in the class. Okay, so you all know बच्चों कि जब हम एक ऑब्जेक्ट को अपर थ्रो करते हैं तो वो अर्थ के सरफेस में गिर जाता है ड्यू टू ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ अर्थ. तो ये जो रेंज है अर्थ, सपोज अर्थ है, इसका कितना ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स कहाँ तक एक्ट हो रहा है. ठीक है, या आप मान के चलते हो सन. आप सबको पता होगा जो सन है वो सारे प्लैनेट्स को अपने चारों तरफ रोटेट करवाता है. ठीक है, तो पॉइंट ये है कि जो इसका जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है वो कहाँ तक एक्ट होगा, कितना दूर तक एक्ट होगा. सो द फोर्स, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स बाय द सन, तो इसका जो रेंज होगा जहाँ तक ये एक्ट हो पाएगा उसे कहा जाता है ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड. सो द ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड को हम कैसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं? द रीजन अप टू विच द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स कैन बी एक्टेड और the force of gravitation can be realized. So what you can write? The region around an object. So let me write it. The region around an object up to which its effect can be realized. Okay, this is the region around an object up to which its effect can be realized. Which effect? The force of gravity. Force of gravity. ठीक है बच्चों. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 17. What is gravitational force? Planet and stars is revolving by which force? The gravitational force, ये again repeat हो रहा है ये क्वेश्चन. Gravitational force is the force of attraction between two masses. The force of attraction between two masses, planet and star, is revolving by which force? The gravitational force. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. By which factor gravitational force is existing? Gravitational force is existed by the mass. The gravitational force depend upon the mass. Okay, so if there is any other possible answer you are getting from anywhere, you can suggest me or you can comment me in the question in the comment section. Question number 11, I am giving you a homework. Okay, next question. Is gravitational force is attractive or repulsive? So always remember, gravitational force is always attractive in nature. Why? So gravitational force always create a hole, you can say, or a gap in the कर्वेचर ऑफ द स्पेस एंड टाइम, जहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्ट का मास जितना ज़्यादा होता है वो उतना ज़्यादा कर्वेचर प्रोड्यूस करता है, जिसकी वजह से सारे ऑब्जेक्ट अब उसके तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन? व्हाट इज यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन? न्यूटन स्टेट्स दैट, न्यूटन ने क्या कहा था बच्चों, कि एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट इन द यूनिवर्स अट्रैक्ट एवरी अदर ऑब्जेक्ट विथ ए फोर्स विच इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ बोथ द मासेस एंड इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द स्क्वायर ऑफ देयर डिस्टेंस. ओके, दिस इज द यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. तो इतना क्वेश्चंस काफ़ी है बच्चों आप लोगों के प्रिपरेशन के लिए, हाफिली के एग्जामिनेशन के लिए. और होगा तो कुछ एमसीक्यूज़ में आने वाले पार्ट्स में आप लोगों के कुछ एमसीक्यूज़ ऐड कर दूंगा. और आज के लिए 20 क्वेश्चंस काफ़ी हैं, और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप लोग इतना एक बार ज़रूर रिवाइज़ करें ताकि आप लोगों का एक चैप्टर का कंप्लीट रिवीजन हो सके. ठीक है बच्चों, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो कम्प्लीटली. एंड ऑलवेज बच्चों, जो भी ये वीडियो आता है आप कोशिश करो कि स्टार्टिंग से एंड तक देखो और उसको नोट डाउन करो, और ज़रूर ये आप लोगों के लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा. ओके, सो हम मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू एवरीवन, हैव ए ग्रेट डे.